term versus whole life insurance?
Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about term and whole life insurance. I know that a lot of people kind of go back and forward between the two. So term life insurance, pretty basic, right? You do 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, right? One of those three options. Term life insurance, just like it says, is a term life, right? You have it for a certain amount of time. Once that time runs out, then you've paid the premiums. If you don't pass away, then the company gets to keep the premiums. You lose your life insurance. You have to do a whole new one again, right? Whole life insurance, just like the word says it, is for your whole life. There's a couple different ways of doing whole life insurance. There is straight whole life insurance. There is universal life insurance. There is index life insurance, and there's variable universal life insurance. So we can go over those in a different video, but for now we'll stick to just regular old plain whole life insurance, right? Which is, by the way, what most rich people use. Whole life insurance you can keep for your whole life. You'll have it for a certain, you can do certain terms as well, where you can pay it for like 10, 20 years sometimes, right? But it'll last you for your entire life. Even when you're done paying it, it'll still continue to go on for a few years for you. There's different companies, different scenarios on what policy is gonna work best for you. You definitely should do your homework. I'm not giving you advice or financial advice or telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Just kind of explaining what the difference is between the two. There is another option with term life, which I am a pretty big fan of, which is called convertible term life, which gives you the option to convert your term life insurance into a whole life insurance in the future, which some companies allow you to do that, and they allow you to skip the medical exam if you do it within a couple years of when you got the term life, which I think is pretty cool. Because let's say you're 28, you get your life insurance, let's say right before you turn 30, you convert it into whole life insurance. That's gonna save you a lot of money, because insurance is based on your health. The older you get, the more expensive it's gonna get, because the more likely it is for you to pass away or get diseases or get sick. So I think that's some of the biggest things I can tell you about the difference between the two. Definitely, you can't really go wrong with either or. This is really what you want. The biggest benefit that you're gonna get that I haven't mentioned about whole life compared to term life is whole life is actually builds a cash value, which means it has an account that builds cash value, and then later you're actually able to take money out of that policy, which term life you're not able to do that, right? So in whole life, let's say you have a term life and a whole life both for $100 each. Term life is going to give you a higher death benefit because they're expecting it to not last you. Whole life is going to give you a lower death benefit, but you're able to later on in life take money out of that whole life policy and use it to buy a house, buy a car, an emergency fund, anything else like that. So for me, the whole life is a lot more, it's a better product, for me. But it's what some people do, including myself, is you get both. You get a small term life, gives you a little bit more of a death benefit, right? And then you have a whole life, which you use as a savings account / investment. And that's the biggest difference between the two. There's some things I'm still missing on there, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys the basics. I know that that's still a lot. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And I'll keep putting more videos and more content, kind of giving you the difference between the two, and then other products like that. And definitely, life insurance is a great product for conservative investing as well. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe, set your notifications, and appreciate your support.